Everybody wants to make a statement. Everybody needs to carve their mark. To stand alone in the victory circle. Stick the claim when the music starts. Give it all you've got. You can be the very best ever. Take your best shot, and what you will learn will come together. It's a whole new world we live in. It's a whole new way to see. It's a whole new place with a brand new attitude. But you still gotta catch 'em all. Be the best that you can be. Pokemon Johto. It's a whole new world we live in. It's a whole new way to see. It's a whole new place with a brand new attitude. But you still gotta catch 'em all. Be the best that you can be. Pokemon Johto. It's a whole new world we live in. It's a whole new way to see. It's a whole new place with a brand new attitude. But you still gotta catch 'em all. Be the best that you can be. Pokemon Johto.
All right. Happy Easter, gamers. What are we up to? Give me one sec. Okay. How are we doing, gamers? All right. I hope everybody has had a good Easter, a good Sunday. Whatever you did or didn't do for Easter. I know a lot of people don't do anything for Easter, don't celebrate. So either way, I hope you had a great Sunday. Hope everybody's doing well. Just as a heads up, this stream actually might get cut short because we're in a tornado watch. It's supposed to get pretty bad here in about a half hour, so we're doing what we can while we can. We'll see what happens, but it's supposed to get pretty bad here in a little bit. I just went outside really quick to put a salt bag on my son's little trampoline, and it's like super muggy out, so I presume it's gonna get pretty bad here in a little while, so we'll see what actually happens. The last time I shut down my stream and got all that stuff ready, and the power didn't even go out, so I think I'm gonna try to maybe power through this one. I don't know, we'll see, and we'll see what happens. Either way, we're here. We're gaming. We're chilling. We're hanging. Tornado buddies. Yay. Yippee. That's fun. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, of course. If it gets too bad, I'm definitely gonna prioritize my family over you guys. Sorry, with all due respect. Or maybe we stream the hideout, because I am in the basement right now. So we all come down here and we live stream the safety first practice. Maybe we'll do that. Who knows? I'm mostly kidding, obviously, but you never know. Additionally, we've got some new stuff. We've got some new stuff. I have, if anybody's skeptical, I have ordered samples. They're on their way to me right now. And then I can give you my full, honest opinion on how everything is when the stuff gets to me. I ordered an embroidered hat. I ordered a couple of the t-shirts. I just put the hoodies up today. I'll probably order a test batch of those as well. All of that stuff, because I want to make sure that if I'm posting merch of any sort, that I want it to be good quality stuff. So we got them coming. IRL tornado stream, exactly. We catch the shiny in the tornado. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how epic that would be? Pretty baller. But yeah, hope everybody's had a good day so far. A good weekend as we stroll, as we journey together into this new week. Really cooking along on resets here. 1561. I really hope something decides to show its face here after a bit. Coffee and Cards Tornado Edition. Never let that go. Not as long as Journey Together is a relevant set. Nope. Sorry. It's too easy. It's too easy of one to capitalize on, you know? So I have to. I'm like legally obligated to make Journey Together remarks, I guess. I don't know. You can barely call them puns, but they're something. I gotta make sure I have my shop vac and stuff ready, because my basement sometimes takes in water when it gets really nasty out. Smokey, hello! Welcome on in, gamer. Who is my destined rival? Giovanni. I don't know, that's a good question. My destined rival is Scalpers. For real. It's 2 a.m.? Dang. It is currently 8:11 p.m. for me. You're my rival? Okay. Rivals can also be friends, so that's... that could check out. That tracks! That tracks! I guess is the new saying. I think you'll have to be my new rival friend, because my other rival friend, you probably know him, Noah. He doesn't play much Pokemon anymore. I used to play him all the time. We are going to Milwaukee together, but yeah, he doesn't play Pokemon very much anymore, so I have to have a new rival that I play a lot. Science and religion theory, which is driving you insane? Oh, dang. For, like, homework? He's very good at every card game, yes. Everything he touches, he's really good at. But that's the thing. Like, he's dipping his toes into other card games, so it's no ill will on him or anything. I don't think the meta is very interesting to him right now, which is totally fine. I used to play him a lot. Like, whenever I'd come to locals, it was like me and Noah just going head-to-head, because I value playing people that are better than me, because that's how I learn the most about the game. Can't sleep because of it? Oh, I'm sorry. then there's an issue. I don't think he plays Yu-Gi-Oh! If he did, though, he'd be very good at it. He's just naturally very good at card games. Like, very good. But no, it's not Yu-Gi-Oh! He's playing right now. He's more into One Piece, and like Card Fight Vanguard, I think. Super humble and helps you learn. Exactly. Yep. So we would run games and he'd be giving me insights and all of that stuff. So that's what I used to do a lot with Noah. Great Easter or Sunday, whichever suits y'all best. That's such a good way of putting that, McRoss. I've been trying to say the same thing kind of all day. You know, whatever folks chose to celebrate or not celebrate today. I hope it was a good day either way. Also, some people celebrated 420. Some people probably celebrated both. And you know what? That's fine. I'm here so people can just chill out. I'm not here to judge anybody, so. Trying to get more views on it. I don't really feel like talking about much religious stuff right now. That's just not my thing. I don't really talk religion or politics, especially on stream. I appreciate it though. I really do. With all due respect. It's better if you have I don't have a huge platform, but sometimes it's better to just not publicly talk about that kind of stuff. You know, there's different avenues of catching shade no matter what you say, but hey, I appreciate it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to just shut you down or anything, but it's just something I probably won't give my opinions on. Cancel culture is very real. Yes. Yeah, it really is. Yeah. It really, really is. Unfortunately, no matter what you do, like I could get canceled for not wanting Chikorita as a shiny. Or distract you. No, I totally get it. I'm sorry you can't sleep though. I know you said it's a good thing, but never ideal to not be able to sleep though, you know? But yeah, I gotta keep an eye on things. In about 15 minutes is when the big storm front is supposed to come, so we'll see. We'll see what actually happens. I'm not too worried about it, but we'll see how bad the weather decides to actually get. Cruise through some resets while we wait the impending doom of the weather. Sleep? What's that? Right. One night you don't, the next you do. Hey, if that works for you, then that's, you know, that's good. Everybody's different as far as sleep stuff is concerned. I don't know, you know what? I'm almost 34 years old and I still haven't found my perfect sleep. Shiny starter hunting while getting blown away by an EF5 tornado, exactly. I'm gonna put that as the title. Tornado watch, let's shiny hunt. Isn't for another 50 years at least? Same, yeah. I get a good amount of sleep typically, but like I just feel kind of crappy when I wake up no matter what. Like no matter what amount of sleep I get, there's very rarely do I wake up and I'm like, haha, let's do this. No, it doesn't go to say that I don't wake up and I'm, like, in a bad mood or something like that. I just, you know, it's hard for me to get up and just want to, like, conquer the world. Tastes like it has no sugar, but you know it does. As long as you know, right? As long as you know it does. Wally, what are you doing, bud? What are you doing? What's up? Wally's starting to get a little stir crazy. Hey, Smokey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, gamer. So I thought, well, you know, we wait for the storm to roll in on my side. We could just vibe out and do some resets. Because I would like to, I would like to start playing HeartGold this week. But at this point, I'm determined to get a shiny starter before I do that. So I can't go 1,500 resets in without getting one. Imagine I just skip it now. And I'm like, nah. Pikachu follow sound? There could be, yeah. I could do, there's a couple different ones that I should think about doing. Right now, I think it's the item found sound. Item found in Pokemon games. It literally just played and I already forgot what it was. I think it's the item found one. Night's going pretty well, yeah. Very chill. Nothing crazy going on here. I hope yours is as well. Pre trying to sleep, I should say. You wish? Oh no. Hydrate. I've been really tired today. I don't know what it is. Just like abnormally tired. Hey, thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I just get some decent sleep tonight, and hopefully that helps. I don't know. Hoping this storm isn't actually anything crazy. Like I said, we're in a tornado watch, so we'll see what happens, but obviously a watch doesn't mean that it's guaranteed. A watch just means that there's potential for there to be a tornado. If that changes to a warning, then we might we might have to pause the stream for a little while. Oh, Turtle, no, you mean the one of the Pokédubs ones? That stuff will be live literally infinitely, like indefinitely. So, no rush at all. And like I said, I understand if people want to wait because I've ordered samples and they'll be coming to me in however long it takes for them to get here. And I'll let everybody know. I'll be sure to let everybody know what I think of the quality, all of that stuff. And if I don't think the quality is up to par, I'm going to pull the stuff. Be one of the first. I mean, that's pretty cool, but you absolutely don't have to do that. I'm pretty sure you probably will be. I don't think anybody's going to be going crazy over this stuff, honestly, so I think you'll be good. The XLT, I think all of the sizes that are chosen are default to what they have, but I can, hold on. Let me jot that down as a note, actually, because I'm sure there's probably it's the thing that's hard about this is there's different products to choose as far as like the t-shirts, like the brand of the t-shirt and stuff like that. And so I will go through and check all of that stuff. Tall shirts, hoodies, no, that's totally fair. I didn't even think to get like extra long stuff, the big and tall stuff. Let me check into that, because I'm sure there's different product types that have that sizing, and I need to check into that. Even if it gets pulled, you'll be one of the few that bought it. That's, I mean, I appreciate that. Way too big, but the length is fine. I have like a awkwardly, it's not, I don't have a short torso, but some shirts they fit very weird. I wear just standard sizing, but some are too short and some are too long. I don't know, it's weird. You get some of those ones that go like halfway through your thighs, and you're like, why is this shirt so long? What the heck? I hate the variance in clothing sizes now. Like, not every large is the same large, you know? Hey, happy Easter and 420. Praise it and blaze it, yo. Oh. Happy Easter and 420, though, to all who celebrate whatever they celebrate. And if neither, happy Sunday. You know? I'm here to be inclusive. I hope you're doing well, though, Gengar. It's good to see you. Been an excellent day today? Whoa. That's good. I hope you mean it, though. Yeah, I'll check into the longer clothing. And I'm gonna be making more stuff too. I'm actually now I'm debating having Remy, the artist that did that intro background, which is also like my YouTube banner and all of that stuff. Do like a clothing graphic or something for me. First alright day this week. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. To do the hunt I'm doing now? Nice. Get some starters in. This one seems to be going a little long. Since we're hunting for everything, it's technically 4,500 encounters-ish right now. 45-ish 100 encounters, obviously 1591 resets, but however I want to think about it. Since I'm going any target, it kind of is. It seems like it's going maybe a little long, but obviously not. This is an 8192 hunt, so which is kind of crazy. I forget sometimes that HeartGold Soul Silver is 8192. But it's all good. 6 encounters per reset, let's go. 3 out of 81, yeah, yep. I forget, basically everything we can do is divisible by 3 because of the any target kind of thing that we're doing right now. which is why I'm doing any target, because like I can't imagine phasing on a different starter and just being like, well, we gotta re-roll, baby. No way, dude. No way. Maybe when I'm more established of a shiny hunter. But like, well, it'd be different if I was hunting the starters to hunt the starters, but I'm not. I'm hunting the starters just because I might as well for the playthrough, which is ultimately to hunt Lugia. So if I was specifically going for the starters, maybe I would be a little bit more dead set on one, but it doesn't really matter to me at this point, so whichever one we get is whichever one we get. Twice to make sure they'd be different. Oopsies. It's always a little goofy making sure that you get the right save point. Easily 2K plus. Yeah, I did I don't know who I was talking to, but we were talking about the relatable fact that when I'm doing resets like offline, I like doze off really easily. So I did 100 between yesterday and today, but like every time I would go to reset, I was like kind of like laying down or something, and I would just, after like the 5th reset or something, I'd get so tired and then just like almost fall asleep. It is doing the Masuda method. True. Very true. That's real. 'Cause eggs. Likely not gonna happen. What's my ground rule? I will pick the one that I want the most. So, like, if it's basically that goes, like, if it was Cyndaquil and Chikorita, I'm going Cyndaquil. If it was Totodile and Chikorita, I'm going Totodile. If it was Totodile and Cyndaquil, I'd probably go Totodile in this case, because I got Cyndaquil in Soul Silver. I think that's how I would go. Again, no shade on Chikorita as a Pokemon. I love Chikorita, but it's just, it makes the playthrough a little bit harder because it's not that good of a Pokemon. Unfortunately, they kind of nerfed it. Compared to the other two, I should say, it's not as good. That's just objective facts. Which sucks too, because I actually don't mind Chikorita's starter. Happen when you're not here. Alright, we got the severe thunderstorm warning in effect. So I might have to tend to my basement taking water here after a bit, just so people are aware. So if I have to do a be right back, it's most likely gonna be for that. So yes. No, if I do get the Chikorita, we'll have to play with it. Yep. I'll just have to over level it probably. Which is fine. Which is fine. It's quite fine. It's quite alright. Shutters. Yeah. Just happen to love Totodile the most. Totodile's a good little homie, for real. I think if I had to pick, my favorite's probably Cyndaquil, but I do enjoy all of the Gen 2 starters. Last more than an hour. Yeah, it looked like, as far as the rain curve was concerned, it was like, it's supposed to get intense, like, right now. It's supposed to intense in terms of like rain, I guess. It looked like it was supposed to rain quite a bit, and then take them a little more seriously. Yeah, that's fair. Can curve, that's crazy. Guys, I'm working on my first tabletop video. I don't know how exciting that is, but yeah. Did that go through? Did you guys hear that that's what she said? Did that make a noise? Was it audible? Because I didn't hear it. It was quiet? Okay. Actually, can I do a deck profile? I didn't even think of it, honestly. I haven't thought of doing deck profiles in so long. Yeah, save that deck list. I didn't even think about it, dude. That's a great idea. Are you gonna be there? Oh, I won't be there this Saturday. Crap. I have to think of something. Because that would be a really good candidate for for a deck profile. But doing jamming tower are your only problems? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Gengar onesie still fit? Oh, it still fits. Yeah, we wore it last week. Oh, yeah. It still fits. The Lugia one should be here this week. I thought it was gonna... Severe thunderstorm warning. Okay. I didn't know if that was gonna be a tornado warning. The Lugia one should be here this week. I thought it was gonna be here maybe Saturday, but it should be here this week at some point. I don't know. Bottle back. Oh, no worries. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We will figure it out, homie. I won't be there this Saturday, but I should be there next. No, because the next is freaking Milwaukee. Man, I'll have to stop in one of these Wednesdays. Do you usually go on Wednesdays, Thor? Oh, yeah, it is. That one is glow in the dark. Yep, sure is. Did it throw you off a little bit? Like, wait, what? This thing glowing. Usually you do? Okay. I'll try to make it out one of these next 2 Wednesdays. This upcoming weekend, let's go. Heck yeah, gamer. So you got that vacation coming up? That's hype. Yeah, I'll try to make it out one of these 2 Wednesdays. I'll let you know if and when I am. Even if it's just for a little bit. I have a birthday thing this Saturday, and then next is Milwaukee, which is really exciting, actually. Still no idea what I'm going to play. But we'll, yes, and bring this one up, yes. Which I actually have right here. Hold on. Let me get it, so I know that I don't forget it. Because it was indeed a double. I also have the Mammoth Swine right there. Yay, there it is. Okay. Just so you can see it, it's right here. I got it. Definitely sending a gift and go. Yo, I appreciate that. That's actually really sick. All right, I got it out. It's out on the desk. We're good to go. And the other 2 cards that you needed. I got them for sure. Tornado sirens? All right, hang on. Be right back. Okay, y'all. So the plan is I'm just going to be right back it right now. I'm going to put a pinned message up. Because what's going to happen, and you're going to say, why aren't you just ending stream? What's going to happen is this weather is actually going to last probably 10 minutes, and then it's going to be gone. So give me 1 second. Dang it. I'm trying to pin this message, and then Turtles Turtles thing came through, and I'm accidentally almost pinning that one. Man. Okay. No, God. There we go. Currently under bad weather. Okay, so give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Hang tight. Hold up. Ah, Pokemon Silver, the game that started it all for me. Well, that's not entirely true. If you know me, you know that I'm not super young, and that Yellow was actually my first game, but Silver is really the game where my love for Pokemon exponentially took off. Between Pokemon Silver and the movie 2000, I developed a Ah, Pokemon Silver, the game that started it all for me. Well, that's not entirely true. If you know me, you know that I'm not super young, and that Yellow was actually my first game, but Silver is really the game where my love for Pokemon exponentially took off. Between Pokemon Silver and the movie 2000, I developed a deep love for Lugia as a Pokemon and the franchise overall. The backstory of the creation of this legendary beast has always fascinated me, as well as the fact that it was never even supposed to exist past the movie 2000. As far as the creator of Lugia was concerned, it was meant to make an appearance there and never return again. Anyway, as much as I might want to, we're actually not here to talk about the origins of Lugia today, but rather the fact that it has one of my favorite shinies in the entire franchise. So much so that I recently tasked myself with the insane challenge of hunting Lugia's shiny form in every game that it's available in without needing gimmicks to get it. If you're not aware, put simply, shiny Pokemon are different variants of Pokemon that have different coloration to what is usual for its species. Shiny Pokemon are not super common. In fact, there are mathematical odds calculated for finding any given shiny in a game it's available in. In fact, in the early Pokemon games, the odds of finding any given shiny Pokemon during an encounter with it are 1 in 8,192 encounters, otherwise considered full odds. In modern games, there are things such as the shiny charm, reduced odds, and method hunting to help make this process faster and easier, but these things didn't exist in the early games. With all of this being said, I decided to embark on this journey by starting with my childhood copy of Pokemon Silver, and this is how it went. We begin our brand new journey through Johto over in New Bark Town, where we chat with our mom for a bit and set the time and date. This might not seem like a significant thing, but it actually can be crucial for parts of the game later on, so it's important to give it the actual time and date that it is. We then make our first trek over to Professor Elm's lab with our newly acquired Pokegear that our mom gave us. Once we arrive at Elm's lab, we're tasked with one of our more important choices of the entire game, choosing our starter. Being the old head that I am, people call me the Pokemon Prof. I've played through Gen 2 games quite a few times, and each time I choose Cyndaquil, so naturally, that's who I chose for this playthrough. With the important part out of the way, Professor Elm asks us to make our way over to Cherry Grove City to meet up with Mr. Pokemon. There's pretty much a direct route from New Bark Town over to Cherry Grove, so we set out on our very first mission of the game. Upon entering Cherry Grove City, an elderly man who goes by the name of Guy Gent gives us a quick and welcoming tour of the city, giving us a much-needed town map when he's finished. We then make our way over to Route 30 and eventually battle our way to Mr. Pokemon's house. Mr. Pokemon immediately recognizes us as an associate of Professor Elm's and, for whatever reason, entrusts us with a mysterious Pokemon egg. While here, we're introduced to the legend himself, Professor Oak from the Kanto region. Oak notices that we have a Pokemon partner and determines that we are dependable enough to have our very own Pokedex. After Oak leaves, we soon follow suit and get a distressed call from Elm saying that someone stole a Pokemon from the lab, and that we need to hurry back to help investigate. Upon reaching the east side of Cherry Grove, we are ambushed by a mysterious boy who we will soon find out is our Johto rival. He questions us about our Pokemon from the lab, calling us a wimp, what a jerk, and continues to instigate to the point of a Pokemon battle. The mysterious trainer sends out Totodile. What a convenient type advantage he has over us. But no worries, it doesn't seem to know any water-type moves quite yet. This battle mostly consists of a lot of tackles and scratches back and forth between the two Pokemon, and, of course, the Totodile lands a crucial critical hit which ends up losing us the battle. The trainer snarkily remarks that it was a waste of his time and that he's going to be the greatest trainer in the world. He soon takes off and we're left there wondering what the heck just happened. When we eventually make our way back to Professor Elm's lab, a police officer is questioning the professor, and it turns out that one of his rare Pokemon has been stolen by a young man with long red hair. Sounds a little familiar. We tell the officer that we just battled someone with a shocking resemblance to the suspect, and here we get a chance to name our arch nemesis. In this case, we decided to name my arch nemesis Noah, which is actually one of my really good friends, so shout out to Noah. Anyway, when this is all said and done, we give the egg to Professor Elm, and he's shocked at the fact that Oak entrusted us with a Pokedex. He then suggests that we take on the Pokemon Gym Challenge, with the nearest gym being in Violet City, but not before we stop at home to say goodbye to our mom. Or do we? Making our way back over to Route 30, a kind gentleman stops us and shows us how to catch a Pokemon. With this newly acquired helpful information, we make our way into Route 30 and catch a Hoot. Having left this one up to chat, we decided to nickname it Hoot to Go. Clever, I know. We continue to battle our way through Route 29, 30, and 31 to eventually make it to Violet City, where our next set of objectives will be. Before we get to any of that, knowing that Onyx will be helpful through the playthrough, or at least somewhat helpful in the beginning, we found ourselves a Bellsprout on Route 31 to trade with a gentleman in Violet City. We then decided to do a little bit of training for the team, which took quite a bit of time, and catch our very own Bellsprout to keep on the team. We decided to name this one Oat Milk after one of our friends and avid Twitch chatters, and then proceeded to take on the Bellsprout Tower. After making pretty quick work of the Bellsprout Tower, we then obtained the Flash TM from Sage Lee, which will come in super handy later in the game. We then took some time to train up a little bit more, and jumped straight into our very first Johto Gym Challenge at the Violet City Gym led by Faulkner. With Cyndaquil by our side, we were able to step through this gym pretty quickly and continue on our journey with our newly acquired Zephyr badge, making this the first of 8 badges we need to acquire. But not before Professor Elm gives us another call regarding the mystery egg, asking us to find his aid in the Pokemon Center. The only person we can rely on. That's crazy that you're putting all of your faith into a 10-year-old. We obtain the egg, add it to our party, and start making our way over to Route 32 before ending the stream for the night. We kicked off the next day by immediately taking on the challenges, or lack thereof really, of the Ruins of Alph, starting with the Kabuto puzzle and then going to catch 3 different forms of Unknown. Doing so causes a local scientist to upgrade our Pokedex with Unknown mode. Although we could have skipped this portion entirely, I figured it might as well be fun to do since it didn't take long to complete it all. Making our way back through Route 32, our Cyndaquil reaches its first evolution into Quilava. We continue to proceed through Route 32 and catch a Mareep that we named Bamfy, and obtain the Oldron from a fisherman at the Pokemon Center. It's at this point in the game that we realize that some of these older games had some very questionable dialogue. Would you like one of my rods? What is this dialogue, bro? What is happening right now? That's good to hear, brother. We also then discovered that it was a terrible idea to give our phone number to the fisherman, as he already calls us while we're in the Pokemon Center. Why is this guy calling me already? What the heck? After we're done questioning everything, we make our journey into the Union Cave and battle wild Pokemon and trainers for what felt like an entire day. There wasn't much to note from this part of our journey though, so we move on to Route 33, moving toward Azalea Town. Upon nearing Azalea Town, we can see a Rocket member standing guard at the well, so we make our journey into town and meet with Kurt in his house. He informs us about Team Rocket allegedly cutting off Slowpoke tails and selling them? That's weird. Kurt then rushes off toward the well, where we follow and go down to find that he apparently fell down the well and hurt his back. So, naturally, once again, an adult is placing all of their hopes and trust into a 10-year-old child that they just met. That seems like a great idea. I spent the next good chunk of time battling my way through the well and finally weaning off all of the Rocket members, and stopping them from continuing to cut off Slowpoke tails. We then went back to Kurt's house quick, where he does a really good job at inflating our ego, and then tells us that he can make custom Pokeballs for us. He gives us a lure ball, as that's currently the only thing that he has in stock. The next day, after I took some time to yap on stream and train the team for a little while, we finally took on the Azalea Town gym with Bugsy as the leader. Using Hoot to Go, we were able to make pretty easy work of this gym and moved on quickly, earning our Hive badge. Upon leaving the gym to head west, our rival storms up on us asking if Team Rocket is back and can't believe that I beat some of them, so he obviously wants to battle. And we lost again. But we didn't stop there. Upon trying again, we came out victorious. After beating our rival, we journeyed west toward the Ilex Forest, where we find the Azalea Charcoal Kill an Apprentice that is too scared to chase around a Farfetch that wandered into the forest. As per usual, we do the dirty work for him and are thanked by his boss afterward with HM Cut, which is an absolutely crucial move to have for progression in the game. We then continue to make our way through the rest of the forest up toward Route 34 when our egg finally hatches into Baby! Other than that, not a whole lot happened on Route 34 other than some trainer battles and experience grinding, so we finished the night healing up in Goldenrod Pokemon Center. We kicked off the next stream by, let's deposit Baby. That's interesting. I don't know about that. In all seriousness, we started off the stream by getting a Drowsy from the PC box so we could trade it for a Machop with a gentleman in the Goldenrod department store. After leaving the department store, I took far too long to find the bike shop. I don't know where the bike shop is, guys. I'm confused. Where is the bike shop in this godforsaken city? Wait, is it this? Oh! Why is that so difficult? When I finally found the seemingly hidden bike shop, I then acquired the bike. At this point in the game, there's not much to do in Goldenrod other than buy stuff from the store and exploring various buildings we can't fully access, so we took some time to catch a few random Pokemon just outside of Goldenrod and train up for our forthcoming battle with Whitney, who was infamously difficult to beat. After training for a bit, I decided it was time to finally face my arch nemesis. In the past with Gen 2, I have struggled defeating Whitney in her Miltank, so this was a battle I hadn't been looking forward to for the entire playthrough so far. With Muscle the Machop on my side, we made pretty light work of the whole gym challenge to eventually make it to Whitney, who actually also ended up being pretty light work with Machop being slightly overleveled. Anyway, we gained our plane badge from Whitney and dropped by the flower shop to grab a squirt bottle before leaving Goldenrod and continuing on through Route 35 where we battle a handful of trainers. We started the next day by me forgetting to hit record at the beginning of the stream and completely missing my Mareep evolve. I wasn't recording when my Mareep evolved? We continued moving through Route 36 and battling trainers until we reached the stubborn Sudowoodo that won't move, giving us the opportunity to use our newly acquired squirt bottle from the Goldenrod flower shop. After successfully catching the Sudowoodo, I decided to make the trek back to Goldenrod to meet Bill and get his Eevee. Now, when I was doing this, I thought I could evolve the Eevee into Umbreon to help me with the upcoming Morty battle, but I was grossly mistaken with how easy of a task I thought this would be. Not to mention that I forgot Umbreon's first dark move is actually learned while, and only while, it's an Eevee. So, I sunk a ton of time into this silly little Eevee to ultimately end up not using it. But it was still cool to evolve it into an Umbreon in Gen 2 game anyway. Anyway, this happened quite a ways through the playthrough, but I figured I would at least talk about it now to explain why I got the Eevee, because I also don't plan to include a lot of the footage around the Umbreon. Moving forward, we continued our journey through Route 37 and finally ended up in Ecruteak City, where I started by taking on the Kimono Girls at the dance theater. Doing so earned me the ever-important HM Surf, which is needed to access various areas on the map in the game. After obtaining Surf, it was time to go pay a visit to the Burn Tower, formerly known as the Brass Tower, which was said to be the roost of an immense silver-colored Pokemon. Unfortunately, at one point in time, a storm rolled through, the tower was struck by lightning and burned down, leaving 3 nameless Pokemon, which we now know as Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, to perish. The silver Pokemon fled and was never to be seen again, while the rainbow-colored Pokemon, that we obviously now know of as Ho-Oh, gave life to the 3 perished Pokemon. Anyways, enough lore for now. We ended up steamrolling our rival once entering the tower and proceeding to fight other trainers that were in there hanging around, but not before I realized that I forgot to go grab HM Rock Smash on the previous route. After backtracking just a tiny bit, we obtained Rock Smash and moved through the tower pretty easily and made it down to the basement to see the 3 legendary beasts run off. The beasts can be tracked on the Pokedex, but they're incredibly hard to catch. You must rely on status conditions to have any chance at them, as they run away almost instantly upon encountering them. Alright, you guys remember the Eevee I was talking about that I wasted a bunch of time on? Yeah, well, this is about the time when I spent what seemed like hours biking back and forth and trying to raise the friendship level for this stupid thing to evolve. And one of the evenings when I was doing all of this training off-stream, it finally did evolve, so I will give you that and show you at least the evolution of the Eevee. Oh, thank God. Holy crap, this took way too long. Oh my God. I've been grinding for this evolution for hours. After realizing that I couldn't teach my Umbreon another dark move for quite some time, I finally decided to invest the time into training my other mons in preparation for Morty. After about an hour or so of this, I decided it was finally time to go take on the beloved Ghost Gym, where Oatmilk, our Bellsprout, evolved after the first trainer. It took a couple of visits to the Pokemon Center and being locked into a stalemate with Gengar to do it, but I ended up walking away with the Fog Badge. After finally beating the Ekritik gym, we head over to Route 38 where we battled a few more trainers and caught a Meowth for fun, which then immediately led us to Route 39 where we, you guessed it, battled more trainers. It was at this point in the playthrough that I decided to do some of the story off-stream so I could lock in. After all, the focus of this particular playthrough was solely to get the Master Ball and to get to Lugia as fast as possible, as I knew the hunt was going to take a good amount of time, right? Anyway, I started my Olivine City journey by obtaining the HM Strength from a gentleman in the cafe and went to obtain the Good Rod from a fishing guru. This part wasn't necessary to achieving my goals, but it didn't take long at all, so I figured I may as well do it. It was then time to enter the lighthouse, where the Olivine gym leader was said to be at the moment. I battled my way through several trainers until I finally reached the 6th floor to find the Olivine City gym leader, Jasmine. She informs us that the Ampharos that typically lights the lighthouse is very sick and asks us to pick up some medicine from a pharmacy in Cyanwood, as she can't leave the Ampharos unattended. Using Surf, I battle my way through Route 40 and 41, which eventually leads us to Cyanwood City, but not before our lovely Bamfy evolves into Ampharos of our own. I start by healing up at the Pokemon Center quick and then quickly make my way over to the pharmacist who gives us the secret potion we need to heal the Ampharos. Before we get back to Ampharos though, I stroll on over to the gym in hopes of a quick badge. Sorry Ampharos, but this is actually the recommended approach. I'm able to make pretty quick work of this gym's challenges as the Pokemon are a decent amount under-leveled compared to mine. After moving some boulders, I'm able to face off against the Cyanwood gym leader Chuck, who tried his best. With our Storm badge in hand, Chuck's wife gives us the incredibly helpful Fly HM right outside of the gym, allowing us to just fly back to Cyanwood. We climbed our way to the top of the lighthouse again and delivered the secret potion to Jasmine to give to the Ampharos. The Ampharos is once again back to full health and Jasmine says that she will head back to the gym now. I anticipated Jasmine being a little more difficult than the last gym, so I took some time to train off stream a little later that day where our Machop evolved. It was then time to take on Jasmine where Quilava came in clutch to seal the victory on her level 35 Steelix and earn us the mineral badge. I then flew over to Ekritik City where I then headed east to Route 42 which runs along Mount Mortar. I decided to skip the adventures in Mount Mortar and went straight into battling a few trainers before getting over to Mahogany Town. Upon approaching the city gym, an individual tells me I should head north to check out the Lake of Rage. Since he's, blocking the gym, I do just that and head off to Route 43 to battle some more trainers and eventually make it to the lake. There, a local tells us that they thought they had just seen a mysterious red Gyarados. Let's go check that out. After entering the lake and surfing to the middle, we can see the red Gyarados sitting there. Upon encountering it, we will see and hear the beautiful Gen 2 animation and sound effect for a shiny Pokemon. Let's go, shiny. Let's hope this won't be the last time we hear that. I battle the Gyarados just enough to be able to easily catch it in an Ultra Ball and officially catch my first shiny of the game, even though it's a guaranteed one. Let's be honest, we'll take any win we can get with these older games. After hitting land again, a man introduces himself as Lance, a trainer just like us. Yeah, okay Lance, and asks us to help investigate. There seems to be a mysterious radio broadcast coming from Mahogany Town that's making all the Magikarp evolve into Gyarados. I then head over to Mahogany Town to join Lance in battling our way through the Team Rocket hideout. There's a couple floors of this until I finally get the necessary super secret passwords to enter the executive room and battle one of the executives. After beating Giovanni, he runs off saying that he needs to inform the others. Once I backtrack a bit, I'm cornered by what should be a 2-on-1 fight with the Rocket members, but Lance shows up just in the nick of time to make it a 1-on-1 instead. After beating one of the members, she states that Team Rocket is not concerned about what happened here, as they apparently have bigger plans and that their experiment was a success. Lance and I now divide and conquer the 6 Electrode that are powering the generator, which stops the distribution of the radio signal coming from the tower. Lance then gives us HM Whirlpool, which will be incredibly useful in our efforts to reach Lugia later on. After leaving the hideout, I go heal up and head straight to the Mahogany City gym with Price as the leader. Again, the challengers don't give me too much of a struggle, and I'm able to pretty quickly have my battle with Price. Fortunately, for the sake of this run, I'm slightly over-leveled at this point in the game, and Bamfy and Quilava are able to help me roll through this one pretty quickly, earning the Glacier badge. I make my way back to Goldenrod City to check out the radio tower, which is now apparently taken over by Team Rocket. There's not much to say here about these battles, but I pretty quickly made my way to the 5th floor to face off against another Rocket executive who is disguised as the director of the tower. After beating the executive, he tells us that the real director is being held in the underground warehouse. This fool doubts that I'll ever get that far and carelessly hands us the key to the basement. Not long after entering the Goldenrod Underground, our rival comes to find us for a battle, because what better time to try to flex on me than right now? Come on, man. Luckily this time, I was able to make pretty light work of this battle and get him out of my face pretty quickly. Moving along, I take on a few other trainers down there and have to solve a quick puzzle in order to move into the warehouse portion of the basement. When I finally reach the director, he is surprised that Team Rocket is occupying the radio tower and asks me to help by giving me the card key to gain access. I head to the 4th floor internally and battle a few more trainers to eventually make my way to the 5th floor, where I can then battle the 2 remaining Rocket execs. Upon beating the final one, he mentions that their dreams have essentially been squashed and that he wasn't up to the task after all. After going through the denial phase and accepting the fact that a 10-year-old just absolutely destroyed him, he mentions that he will disband Team Rocket like what had happened 3 years ago. When Team Rocket finally flees, the director comes up to meet us and gives us the Silver Wing. Now at this point in the game, I could actually go see Lugia right now. With the Silver Wing in hand, we could head right over to the Whirl Islands and start our encounters. But with this being my very first full odds shiny hunt, especially a legendary Pokemon, one that I really like, I'm not going to take any chances. I want to guarantee it and get the Master Ball, which we obtain after beating the 8th gym. With that being said, it was time for me to fly off to Mahogany Town and then head east through the Route 44 to the Ice Path. The Ice Path is filled with various little puzzle spots where you have to slide in a certain direction and move boulders to get to a desired spot. In this case, I did admittedly use a guide so I could get through this part as quickly and efficiently as possible, otherwise I do normally really enjoy these little puzzles. Even so, it still took me about 20 minutes to get through the Ice Path just because it was pretty lengthy and there were a ton of random encounters. But alas, afterward I was off to Blackthorn City where I healed up quick and went straight to the gym to start the challenge. After defeating several cool trainers and moving more boulders, I finally made it to What's up, gamers? Thunderstorm warning is now ended. Yay, we made it through the weather. Woohoo! Yippee! Okay. Do I get the shiny after the thunderstorm? Let's see. Oh, the video? Sorry, you're gonna have to check it out. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. You're gonna have to... You gotta go check it out to get the deets. Sorry. Sorry, gamers. Didn't mean to spoil the fun for you. Sorry. Yeah. Crazy. How will you ever know if I get the shiny Lugia? Okay. Lived it alongside you? Then why you joking? Why you got jokes? You lived alongside of me, then why you got jokes? You know that I got it. What the heck? Or didn't. You know that I either did or didn't get it. You already know. But you can watch it again. I mean, I want that video to eventually just pop off. It got 1,600 views, which isn't bad, but like, I feel like it's capable of more. I feel like if the video actually got pushed more, it would get more views. Also, somebody just commented on the short and said, what's the big deal here? Is Lugia even that big of a deal to catch? Also, what does 1,500 resets mean? Which the 1,500 resets thing is fair. That's a fair question, but... They're like, can somebody explain this to me? What's the big deal? I'm like, man, now I'm gonna have to explain it. Yes, catching shiny Lugia is kind of a big deal. If you go watch the actual video, it explains why it's a big deal. Maybe that's what I should do. I should just copy and paste the link. Maybe they're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan? True. That could be true. Some of us understand these things. That's fair. Some of the Yu-Gi-Oh fans get it. Are the limbs of Exodia that rare? Don't remember anything about you. That's fair. Now that's fair. Now that's fair. Thanks for everybody that stuck around. I really appreciate it. Had the family down here hanging out for a little bit while the sirens were going off, so it seems that everything is fine now. Five pieces in a 40 card deck, so definitely not 81-92 odds. Okay. That checks out. That checks. Yu-Gi-Oh! Draw power isn't great. Get a shiny? Oh, did I though? Did I actually get the shiny? Who knows? Also, guys, I don't know how else to say this, but like YouTube viewership is like whooping Twitch's viewership right now. I might have to start it streaming exclusively on YouTube. Oh, see his dubs? True. That's the realest thing I've heard all day. Realest thing I've heard. Midnight, thank you for keeping it real. YouTube's viewership is like destroying Twitch's right now. That's crazy. The chatting isn't there, but the viewership is whooping Twitch. YouTube gaming only. I know one thing. I'm going to start streaming horizontally to YouTube more. It seems to be doing so much better than when I stream vertically. Whack out with reddish facial hair. The struggle's real. Yeah. We have the avatars. True. I wonder if you can... No, there's no way you can hook... I don't think you can hook up YouTube to it. Never mind. Oops. No. Charizard, what's up, gamer? How we doing? We just came back from... discount. Did we ever get a tornado warning? I know the sirens went off, obviously, but... we have the farts. True. Hopefully we'll be able to play HeartGold this week. Just gotta wait for one of these starters to shine. One of them there starters to shine. Just Tornado Watch, yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't see any warnings come up on my phone or anything. And usually if we do, we get one of those, like, alerts. What are the odds of this reroll? 81-92. But I think you can divide it by 3 since I'm going for any target. It's 81.92 for any given starter. Dude, those alerts are crazy. And it's always like when my phone's in my pocket and your phone does like the aggressive vibrate. They scare the living daylights out of me. Oh my god, those things are crazy. 2371, yeah. Yep, since we're going for any target. About 2371 is odds basically for one of the 3. Yeah, we're kind of cruising on the starters now. We're kind of cruising on them. They be taking a little bit here, which is fine, but they're taking their sweet time. That's for sure. Oh, the Chicago ones are crazy. I've heard a video of them. I checked out the videos that were playing one night. Yeah, they sound like I have goosebumps right now thinking of how they sound. They sound spooky. The Chicago ones are crazy. Also, imagine being in like a big city during like a really, really bad weather. That would be scary. Ugh. I'm sure there's some people here that have lived through that, but I'm curious to see which, not which starter, but if we'll go over 2,000. I'm sure we will with this one. Chicken sandwiches for dinner? That sounds good. Yum. Through the big cities. I don't want to, but like, I'm curious what it's like to see a tornado go through a big city, you know? I should probably watch something. It's a weird curiosity, you know? I can start some prediction stuff. I'm gonna do an interaction thing with YouTube really quick, and then we'll do one for Twitch. Squirtle for sure, yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right on that one. There, we got one going for YouTube. We'll get one going for Twitch here. Create a dashboard. Busting like the Kool-Aid man and be shiny. Imagine if just there was a chance for like a special appearance of one of the like the Kanto starters or something. Since this is technically a Gen 2 game. Or I should say Johto game, not Gen 2. Manage poll. You can get a Gen 3 starter in this game? I don't think I knew that. New poll. There we go. Got a poll for both of them. Either Red of the Elite Four or 16 badges, can't remember which. Same with from Oak, okay. So after you beat the whole thing. Oh, that's cool though. I didn't know that actually. I did not know that. I think I knew the one from Oak. I didn't know the one from Steven though. That's really cool. Dang, 35 viewers on YouTube? Appreciate you, gamers. That's crazy. I'm streaming horizontally on YouTube from now on. Holy moly. Why are the results so much better? That's actually crazy. This Swinub is such a good art. I forgot how good the art this was. Can I stream backwards? Yes. Sure. Time of day thing? No, because this is the same time I usually stream. Tornado season going crazy in the Midwest? Yeah, it really do be. This is the second time that my area has had potential tornado weather. And it's only April. Only April. Hopefully all is well with you though. And nothing got out of hand. I don't know. I didn't track the weather and see if it got really bad in any other areas, but here it basically just rained really hard for a while. We had effectively like a 15-minute thunderstorm, and that was about it. Gonna need the weather to chill this year for real. Yeah, you don't need any hurricanes down there. That's a fact. The one we had yesterday? It was just a quick front. Luckily. Enough for a year or two. Yeah. Hopefully, man, I really hope you don't get any for a long, long time. I would say never, but that's just not likely, unfortunately. But, you know, I don't want you to ever get one, but the little peninsula is pretty susceptible to some sea weather for sure. Hey, IB, what's up, gamer? How we doing? How are we doing? Unlurk, Jhar, what's up? Really lucky with hurricanes, but last year just unlucky. Direct hit. Oh, really? It was the first time in a long time? Okay. At least that's good. Obviously sucks, but that's pretty crazy. Something challenging in your life? That's fair. That's fair. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? Oh. I'd love to get to 1750 resets tonight. I don't think that should be a problem, though. Now you're getting hammered by them? That sucks. That Toto is shiny every time. Yeah, it's hard for me to look at the... I don't know if it's showing this way for you guys, but if I look at OBS's output of the screen, everything looks a little differently colored. So I like have to look down at the DS just to make sure. So everything looks a little darker. And even though they don't get darker when they're shiny, it's still a different color, so my brain thinks that it's something different. So I have to check the DS every time just to make sure. I like paying and playing stupid hard games. Hey, that's fair. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. Hopefully one of these days this week we're going to get to actually play HeartGold. It should happen, right? I think it should happen. If this is like all I do this week, though, it should definitely happen. Actually, I plan to play TCG again one day this week. I would do Wacky Deck Wednesday, but with Milwaukee coming up in 2 weeks, I kind of want to play decks that I'm actually going to try to play. So, one of these days this week. It might actually be Wednesday, though. I'm not sure. This is the peak gameplay. True. We do be playing. We do be playing the game for real. You're right. Love to play Soul Silver. I just wanna go through Johto and this new fresh outlook. It's so good. It's so good. Meta Deck Wednesday. Maybe it's gotta be Meta Deck Monday. But I kinda wanna start off the week with some resets. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Tonight, I'll whip together a schedule tonight. Just another Mario game for you. I've never played Cuphead, but I've heard it's really good. Mamoswine, I did hear Mamoswine's actually pretty good. Yeah. Heard from a local that Mamoswine was, like, at least fun. I got one sitting right here. Actually, for 2 energy, that's, like, not that bad. Also, Totodile won on the Twitch poll with only 2 votes. Man, YouTube is even destroying you guys as far as voting on the poll. YouTube is just winning in everything right now. I hate to say it, but Twitch be slacking. Which is something that I don't typically say. I have 40 viewers on YouTube right now. Because of Lily's Clefairy? Yeah, it is. That card can die. I'm here, I voted. I know. I'm not talking to the people that didn't vote. Or that did vote. Sorry. I feel like I probably shouldn't play some sort of dragon deck to Milwaukee, but I might actually play Goldango. I'm not sure. That's what I need to determine on the stream this week. I might be playing the Dingus. I'm not sure. Because Goldango is just going to be Mirrors, or Dragapult, sorry, is going to be just Mirrors. Raging Bolt is fine. But yeah, Lily's Clefairy is a huge problem for either Goldango or Raging Bolt. I think Goldango is a relatively safe bet. We'll see. See what happens. Maybe I just meme and play Saraledge. I don't know. Who knows? Play what's fun, exactly. I need to determine what's the most fun this week is what I'll really be doing. Terapagos. I'm not a really big fan of the Terapagos decks. I've tried them. They're cool. They're really cool and they're really versatile, but it's just not really for me. Most fun Mousehold. True. Just bring Lugia. I was literally just gonna say that. Just play Lugia anyway. Just throw away energy, call them back from discard with Guardy. Yeah, Guardy's crazy. What deck do I need to play Wednesdays? What deck is the most fun Wednesdays? What the heck am I going to play in Milwaukee Wednesdays? Alright, Turtle. Appreciate you, gamer. We shall be here for a little while. Hopefully getting a shiny. I don't know about you guys, but I would prefer one of these starters to shine, unless you guys just like seeing me suffer, which totally is valid. Is definitely valid. Blaziken Greninja, that's sick. That sounds like a fun one. I'm glad you found a deck that you're enjoying right now, though. That's awesome. That's awesome and very important. Most of the cards for your Guardy deck? Nice. Heck yeah. That's awesome. Heck yeah. Worst case, you'd probably be able to come and get a spectator pass at the door, I think. I think most regionals usually have spectator passes available at the door, and then you could come in and play side events. Side events are always fun. Or on Sunday, I think there's a big League Cup, usually, for the regionals. Blaziken Greninja's doing really well in Japan. Or it has a presence in Japan, at least. That's really cool, actually. That's actually really sick. Probably play it in tournaments if you can get to any. That's fair. Yeah, that'd be sick. I'd love to hear how they go. In Des Moines, I'm sure there's a bunch in Des Moines area. I'm sure there's a bunch going on, like League Cups, League Challenges, just casual tournaments. I'm sure there's a bunch. I think it'll be short-lived once Benchberry comes back. That's fair. Yeah. That's definitely fair. I forgot Bench Barrier will be coming back. Yeah. Which is typical. We see that every single time Bench Barrier leaves, it will eventually come back. Which is okay. Blaziken's still really fun alone. Okay. I need to check it out and see what it's all about. Burp, 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 burp. Maybe make it to Eternity. Heck yeah, IB. That'd be sick. Like I said, I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff that goes on in Des Moines. Actually, I know there is, because there's a couple top players that are, like, from, I think, the Des Moines area. And there's always, like, League Cups, League Challenges, all sorts of stuff going on in the Des Moines area. So you should definitely be able to find something. Just use the... If you Google Pokemon Event Finder, you should be able to search in the Des Moines area, and there should be tournaments galore. Play for Alligator. If I get shiny Totodile, maybe. How about that? Yeah, I was gonna ask, is for Alligator still, like, good? Because I remember people saying it was, like, insanely busted going into this format, and now I haven't heard much about it. I wouldn't mind taking a little single prize deck, though. I think that'd be funny. Good look. Yeah. If you just Google Pokemon Event Finder, the little, like, map Event Finder thing should pop up, and you'll be able to find... It'll say if it's, like... If it just says Pokemon League, that's just a casual tournament. Otherwise, it'll say, like, League Cup or League Challenge. League Cups and League Challenges are, like, your official tournaments. Like, official Pokemon events. Jewish Kid, what's up, gamer? How we doing? Good to see you. So not really good. Totodile's not really good? Is that what you mean? Or, for Alligator, I should say. Which sucks, because I have promo stamped for Alligators. Ready for Milwaukee? I'm excited. Ready? I don't know what I'm going to play yet, but we'll see. I'm definitely excited, though. For sure. New Metagross is fun? Heck yeah. Play Guardy? No, I hate Guardy. I'm not good with a deck, so I'm definitely not playing it. All Gas Ceruledge? We could maybe do that. I thought my son said my name. Pokemon do I like right now that's in TCG? A lot of them, actually. I'm between a couple decks. For Alligator Monkey deck could be a possibility. Maybe. I don't know, though. We'll see. Guys, we're almost at 50 average viewers on YouTube. What the heck? That's crazy. The best performing deck in the meta right now is either Dragapult or Gardevoir, but Gardevoir, I think, is probably the best. I think Gardevoir is, yeah. Dragapult coming in a close second, I think. Enamorous is his favorite. Yeah, for real. You know, whip up a nice Enamorous deck. Heck yeah. Gator, Monk, Relicanth, Milotic. Ooh. Ooh, that's spicy. Honestly, though, I might just play Goldango, or if I'm feeling really spicy, I'll just play Ceruledge. More forgiving on misplays. Yeah, I don't really care how I do. I'm going to have a good time. So I'm just going to take whatever deck feels fun. I know a lot of people cringe at that, like, well, you don't care how you do. I mean, like, yeah, I'm going to go and try, but if I don't make day 2, I'm not going to base my identity on that. I'm going to go have a good time. I'm going to make a sick vlog. I'm going to have some good times and just chill. Using only that, really? Discount, that's awesome. Heck yeah. Have as optimizing your decks? That's fair. Guardy's a tough one to do that with, too. Good time, United Wings. Exactly, Jewish kid. If you're not having fun with what you're playing, then what's the point? Exactly. Unless you're actually a pro, and that's like literally your job, I guess. So many people are playing things they don't enjoy, and I think that's such a waste, man. Like, just play something that's fun. Who cares? Like, it's just a game. Play it to have fun. I get the nature of competitive spirit and all that stuff. Like, I am a competitive person. I played sports too. Like, I get it. But I think more people just need to chill out. Switch indicator to keep smacking for 150. That's so awesome. And the fact that it's just a little single prizer. That's so sick. Make them burn their gusts. Festival Lead, actually, it might be, like, kind of good this next format. Or this next set, not next format. Well, I guess it is technically like a new format when a new set comes out, but... Make it 280? That's crazy. What the heck? Yo. That's insane. That's bonkers. That's the for Alligator, that's 280? Hitting 150? That's crazy. Ever since they added the Sea King. Yeah, that's fair. It's just a fun little deck. I enjoyed playing it for a while. I may need to rebuild that, actually. Festival Lead is really fun. Festival Lead is quite fun. Oh, it's definitely not as good as Guardy. Yeah, definitely not as good as Guardy. Just a silly, fun deck for real. You can pull off some really cheeky wins with that deck, though. And it seems, like I said, I think the next set, when that Celebi comes out... no, Shaman, sorry. When that Shaman comes out, apparently Festival Lead is going to be, like, pretty okay. Maybe not great, but, like, playable. Not that it's not playable right now, but... Yo, 50 viewers on YouTube? Thank you, guys. What the heck? That's crazy. It's your comfort deck? Nice. Yeah, no, I've seen some lists popping up from Japan that actually are doing like kind of well with Festival Lead. So definitely keep it around. Keep it close to you. I've got the skeleton of it still built. $280 with Gator's Mane. Oh my gosh. What? Maybe I need to check that out. That sounds really fun. And then you have the monkeys. That's pretty sick. I kind of like that. Kind of like that for sure. Man, 1688 on these starters is getting kind of up there for 3 encounters each. Getting kind of up there for resets here. Hydrapples, Ogrepons, Applin supplies. Feel a nice festival lead. Underwhelming at the moment, yeah. It's mostly just like fun right now. But like I said, I think with the new set, it's expected to get like an actual contender. I don't think it's like top deck potential, but it's going to be an actual contender. For sure. That's what it looks like anyway from Japan results. That's what it looks like. Getting greedy, Mr. I am getting greedy. I have expectations now. All right. I'm going to be getting so greedy. Mr. Under Odds. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Oh, these starters are taking forever. It'd be a shame if they decided to shine this next reset right here. You need 2 different stadiums, yeah. Yeah, I really need that festival lead one in there for obvious reasons, but what's a mon you'd like to see get meta cards to be a focus of a deck? Obviously I won't say Lugia, but there was a Pokemon I was just thinking of a little bit ago that I really wish had meta cards. Mr. Underodds is a solid nickname. Yeah, I like it. I kind of like it actually. This feels like such a cop-out answer, but Gengar. Like, Gengar hasn't had a good playable card. Its Lost Origin card was playable in certain decks and really good in GLC, but it hasn't had an actively like good playable card since like 2010. No, I guess Gengar EX might have been fine. Gengar E, like the original EX. But like a good modern Gengar would be really cool. Tyranitar or Blastoise, yeah, that'd be sick. T-Tar would be really cool. We haven't had one since Single Strike. The Single Strike T-Tar was pretty cracked, but Absol would be cool. Absol would be sick, yeah, for sure. Absol would be really sick. I was gonna say, so isn't Ethan's Typhlosion gonna be pretty good? Because I was gonna say Typhlosion would be sick, but there's that one coming up that I think is supposed to be pretty good, so maybe that's a scratch that one. 54 viewers on YouTube? Yo, thank you guys. What the heck? Sheesh. Was the last playable Absol the one at the beginning of Sword and Shield era? I think so, yeah. Yep. I think so, Charizard. Absolutely. Like the idea of, like, Hitmonchan? Okay. Which tag team? Oh, Gengar? Yeah, I guess Gengar Mimikyu is pretty good, but... I want, like, a solo Gengar. That's good. That was just cracked because tag teams were cracked in general. Most. Some of them were terrible, but... Tag teams were crazy. And Gengar Mimikyu was crazy. I remember playing Gengar Mimikyu Tag Team GX with Shadow Rider. That was a fun deck to play. That one was really fun. Fun deck to play, probably an abysmal deck to play against. The Wigglytuff. Stormfront Gengar? Heck yeah. Yeah. Heck yeah. Some of the older Gengars were really good. Whorehouse GX, yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. It was really good in that format too. Really good. That was such a slowdown. Whorehouse GX was crazy. And the arts on every single one of the Gengar Mimikyu cards went super hard. I'm a little biased because I literally love both of those Pokemon, but the arts were crazy. Even the regular one went pretty hard. 1,700 resets on these dang little homies. Crazy. Give me a good Arcanine, honestly. I know the Arcanine EX was being used kind of like a little bit, but like it wasn't actually good. A really good Arcanine would be really sick. Lost Zone deck with Gengar Prime. I didn't know. I heard it was cool though. Or I think I've heard about that era of Lost Zone with Gengar being cool. I could be getting it mixed up with something else, but I did not. I have Queensgar built from 2009. It's got the Nidoqueen and Gengar. That deck is really cool. Or Ninetales. Ninetales would be cool, yeah. Ninetales would be sick. I'm kind of with Thor on that too, though. A nice playable Tyranitar again would be really cool, because I loved playing Tyranitar in Single Strike Lugia. Single Strike Lugia was my favorite build, which is really funny because I hated Single Strike Lugia at first. And then I ended up really, really liking it. Jugador, what's up? Hello, hello. Welcome in, gamer. There's a new item lockdown in your avatar? Oh, I didn't know that. Hydreigon EX had such good potential. Agreed. Seems a little too slow. A little bit too slow. Fart. Did that play for you guys? Did you guys hear that? Because I did not. I haven't heard any of the alerts like that today. I don't know why. Lone Star, what's up, gamer? How we doing, bro? Yo, 55 viewers on YouTube right now? Thank you guys. What the heck? Why is YouTube just destroying right now? That is never the case. I'm not used to this. It was very quiet. Well, it's in the active, your opponent can't play items. When is that coming out, X? What set is that coming out in? What the heck? Got some good food in today? Let's go. Happy Easter, dude. Happy Easter, man. I hope everything went well. Stunfisk for a deck? Don't think he's even been in a decent deck before? I don't think so. Yeah, I think you're right, IB. That would be cool, though. It's already out? Wait, really? Where have I been? What the heck? Oh, was it in Journey Together? Oh. Okay. I did not know that. Why did I not realize that? That's crazy. I can't believe I didn't realize that. I don't know how I didn't know that card was already out. That's crazy. New Titan coming out that plays like modern Primal Groudon. Wait, really? That's cool. That's pretty sick, actually. No. Wow, 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 wow. For that being a Titan is pretty cool. I think Titan's like a kind of an off Pokemon that is cool that it'd get a playable card. We need a playable Chikorita, maybe. Since Chikorita's not that good in the games, maybe we need a playable Chikorita card. The whole Meganium line. Wasn't there one kind of recently that was like okay? Maybe I'm tripping. Wow, 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 wow. Ah, this thing keeps getting... My headphones keep getting stuck on my bracelet. In the 1700s now for resets on these starters. Feels interesting. See how many... I'm too lazy to do quick math. That's 5,145 encounters. Thinking I go till 1800? Yeah, I mean, it is only 1013. It is only 1013. I might just have to go to 18. But we get the shiny before 18. We easily get the shiny before 18. No shot. List all the mons that need love, even new ones. Yeah, for real. Brammelghast, Dragalge, Spidops, Ariados. Many more, yes, for real. Much EP. Hitmon deck where you could play each Evo together, like people do with the EV decks. That'd be sick, yeah. They've done that in the past. There's some older Hitmon decks that are based off of playing the other Hitmons. Because I think there's a GLC deck kind of based around the Hitmons. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's only 10:14 here, and I'm kind of sleepy. Not gonna lie. I've been sleepy all day, like just really tired, even like ever since I woke up. And I got pretty good sleep last night. Not sure what the deal is. Just sleepy. Big sleeps. Oh, Milky, you getting excited for Milwaukee? I'm getting so hyped. We only have 2 weeks. I'm getting kind of scared, though. There's like a lot of people got really sick from Atlanta. The weather? It could definitely be the weather, yeah. Beat the first boss in Cuphead second try. Nice. Let's go, gamer. I'm so stoked for Milwaukee. Trying to start going to bed before midnight. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like a good call. There was, yeah, well, there was some, I think the stomach stuff was from the food, but there's people that are just getting, like, a bunch of COVID and stuff. From Atlanta, it seems. People didn't realize. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Either way, there's an undeniable fact that Pokemon players are really bad about going to events even if they're sick. I think you're probably correct. It was probably just a lot of allergies, but it still makes me a little bit nervous. I'm going, but... I have not played Mario Wonder, no. No. Like a bunch of babies? For real. You just gotta get that Flonase. But I think people are gonna get sick at any event anyway. Like there's just that many people. The variance is there. People are gonna get sick. So, you know, it is what it is. Really bad in the South this year. That's crazy. Yeah, 70% is people not realizing how intense pollen. Yeah, pollen can be brutal, even if you don't typically react to it. The Midwest immunity, baby. I'll say that and then just go get destroyed.
「君の声が聞きたい」
Absolutely wrecked by the pollen. But we're going up to Wisconsin, so we'll be fine. There's just cheese and corn up there, so we'll be fine. We'll be chilling. Oh, they'll be plowing the fields here. I think some have already started here. But that ain't no thing. It'll be alright. They don't like Illinoisans. That's fine. I mean, I've been to Wisconsin many, many times. I don't care. They can not like me. I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't like me. They don't even have to know that I'm from Illinois. Last level is insanely hard. That level's like playing Cuphead. Okay, I gotcha. So you're just an insane level gamer is what you're saying. I gotcha. I gotcha. Had to double take on that one. I have to double search these now because it's getting we're getting into numbers where I don't want to be at. The only reason we're in numbers that I don't want to be at. Let me just preface this with the fact that because this hunt isn't for the starters. Like, this playthrough's not for the starters. And so if the starters start to take a long time, I'm gonna get a little bummed about it. Elden Ring on Guitar Hero guitar? Hell yeah. That's gamer status for real. Elden Ring on Guitar Hero. That's awesome. I don't know. I need to figure out why the YouTube chat's not showing up in the overall chat thing again. I have it set to be showing up, but it's just not, and I'm not sure why. It's just silently failing, and I hate that. But you have fun. Hey, as long as you as long as you have fun playing those games, that's the most important thing. You just like a difficult challenge. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Like I said, somebody's got to like those games. Anyone hyped for Oblivion? They're doing an Oblivion remaster? I might actually have to check that out. Big Skyrim fan here. Dubs deck for Milwaukee? I'm not sure. Honestly, I have no idea. We haven't locked in, though. We're gonna have a TCG. I'm gonna make my schedule this week. I will have a TCG stream because I'm gonna find what's most fun for me to play right now. That's what we're locking in on. Allegedly, it's being shadow dropped this week. Oh, okay, all right. Indiana Jones game has been phenomenal. Nice. Okay. All right. That's cool. I'm so out of the loop. I didn't even know there was a new Indiana Jones game. Holy crap. What the heck? I'm so stupid. No, I'm just, yeah, we're just picking what's the most fun to play right now. Because, like, I have no idea. I don't, like, love anything. Dragapult feels fun, but I know I don't feel like playing a bunch of Dragapult mirror matches. I don't know. I really don't know. We're just going for the vibes, Oat Milk. That's what we're doing. Stream as a treat? Let's go. I will try to be there. Like dealing with the more difficult kids. That's good, because that's something that somebody really needs to do. That's, like, props to you for that. That's actually incredible. For most people, they're very difficult. Yeah. Bless your soul for that, seriously. The Milwaukee grind. I'm gonna be going, and my goal is just to make a sick vlog, honestly, because I haven't vlogged in a long time, like a long time. So that's gonna be my focus. If I play a deck that's fun and I'm able to make a decent vlog, I had a successful trip. How I perform with that deck just comes third. Just chilling with the homies and seeing people is like 2 thumbs up for me. Xbox PC only and then dropped on PlayStation like 4 months later? What? That's crazy. Camera off stream so nobody can see all the junk. Hey, sometimes you gotta do that. There was a long time, so everything is really clean in here now. But there was a long time where there was just like a pile of stuff like right here next to this shelf that I was just waiting to like make content on and stuff. Now it's good now, but it was bad for a long time. Now the basement's actually pretty clean. No, for sure, yeah. Sometimes it just gets a little messy. Or unorganized. Let's say that. No time to exist with work. That sucks. I'm sorry, gamer. That really do be a bummer. That really do be a bummer. Sucks when work gets in the way of just like living a living a life, you know? Luckily I haven't had that in a while because I finally have like I say finally, and I'm celebrating 5 years in a week. Just after Milwaukee, actually. Or during Milwaukee, I guess. But yeah, have a job that allows a really good work-life balance. So I'm very lucky for that. So I hate to see when people aren't. Freaking out too much over stuff? Yeah, that's fair. Everything is the end of the world. Yeah, that sucks. And especially dealing with, you know, kids like that, you really have to have a different level of patience and understanding of the fact that like the present isn't the end, you know. Lived in versus spotless like a staged home. Yeah, for real. Our house looks, especially with a 4-year-old now, like ours looks very lived in. It's typically like pretty clean, but like it's lived in, you know what I mean? Not a work-life chore balance. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair. Emery, what's up, gamer? How we doing? Happy Easter. Happy Easter, happy Sunday. I'm gonna get to 1450 resets here, and then I'm gonna run upstairs really super fast. Super duper fast. Ultra duper fast. Doing something I enjoy and is helpful. Bless. That's the best mentality to have right there. Holy moly. Executive dysfunction. Yeah. For real. You can tell that kids live there, but it's clean. Yeah. There's a balance for sure. Like, especially with kids, like, you're not gonna have a spotless house. It's just not gonna happen. It's okay to have stuff, you know, strewn all over from time to time. We get maximum usage out of our house, you know, and I love that actually. I don't feel like we've completely outgrown it yet, but every space is pretty well used for the most part. Now, if we were to have another kid, then we might be outgrowing our space. Online shopping for top loader binders and more Obama snows. Nice. Let's go. That's awesome. 'Tis your bedtime oat milk. Take it easy, gamer. Appreciate you. I'm sure we will see you this week. Yay, Thor. That's awesome. Heck yeah. That's so cool. Have a Slay stream. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm so glad that it turned out great. That's awesome. I'll have to find you on like Facebook or something in case that's where it ends up going. I don't go on Facebook very often, but I'll add people that I'm like genuinely friends with, so I can find you on there. Gosh darn it, Mel, thank you so much for the raid. I feel like saying your username is just like, gosh darn it. Thank you so much. I hope your stream went well. What were we up to tonight? Yo, y'all should go check out Gosh Darn It Mel if you are not absolutely lovely human being. You absolutely should. Thank you so much. We are just, we're shiny hunting the starters in, HeartGold, because I'll eventually be playing through HeartGold, so we can eventually then shiny hunt Lugia in HeartGold. Lucky Squire, it's very fun. Good! Yay! That's awesome. Send it on Discord? Okay. I'm gonna get to 1750 resets really quick, and then I just have to run upstairs really quick. Really quick. Need to get some more water. Yeah, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, gamers. We're just chilling. I hope everybody's had a good Easter or Sunday, whichever your preference is. I hope it was a good day for you either way. 420, like whatever. James Turner is one of the people behind it. Okay, all right, I gotcha. That's awesome. Heck yeah. Oh. Oh, that was 1750. Okay, I'll do one more, and then I will be right back in, like, 2 minutes. Second boss is giving you a hard time. Know the patterns. Just keep making dumb mistakes. That's fair, IB. Alright, let's see really quick. Leaving a lurk for dinner. I was just gonna say, if you gotta, go get food, water, whatever, be sure to take care of yourself. I appreciate the raid so much. Thank you for bringing your community over here. I will do my best to take good care of them. And I hope you have a good rest of your night. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you. Let's see really quick. Nothing. All right. I will be back in just a moment. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to get at least the HeartGold play screen on here. Because it's nice. All right. Be right back, gamers. What a really inconvenient time for ads on Twitch. Right when I come back to. Dang it. I'm so bad at streaming. What the heck? Got it now, IB? Grats. Grats, gamer. I got water right here. I got both, baby. I did the ADHD thing of grabbing 2 things to drink. Okay, we're not ending. I hit the wrong button on the stupid stream deck. Alright, we got it! We got it now. We're good. Jeez. What am I even doing here? Alright, we're going to 1800, baby. I think we're all fine and dandy to hit 1800 tonight. And then I'll try to hit 1850 before bed. Missed it by seconds. You were just about to try to catch it, weren't you? Dang. That's crazy. That is crazy. Unfortunate. It looks like as far as the poll goes, Totodile is winning the poll on YouTube. Totodile is winning for what people think will shine out of these. Looks like Totodile's winning. I hope that YouTube is correct. I kind of want shiny Totodile on this one. The shiny croc following me around in the overworld. 1990. Nice. I'm a 91er. Touch a Pokeball to see what Pokemon is inside. None that I want. Sorry, Elm. Elm is still a gamer, though. It's gonna be Chikorita. I have a feeling it's gonna be Chikorita, too. If I'm being honest with myself, I have a feeling it's gonna be Chikorita. I do have a feeling, yes, that it's probably gonna be the chick. So I think for this week, we'll probably do HeartGold Monday, Tuesday, and then we're gonna play What the Heck Do I Play for Milwaukee Wednesday as a TCG stream. And then honestly, probably HeartGold Thursday and Friday, just because I both really want to catch or find a shiny starter in the game, and I want to start the game. I really want to start this playthrough, like really bad, so I'm going to make that the priority for this week. I apologize deeply to anybody that doesn't like that, but that's going to be the plan. And it looks like I'm going to be streaming horizontally on YouTube the whole time because it's doing really well. And I appreciate it. I appreciate anybody that's here right now on YouTube or Twitch. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday night with me. It means a lot. Because I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for people here hanging out. So thank you. Gonna be 1,800. Man, surely we get a shiny before 1,800. That's my prediction. We have to get one before 1,800. How's the hunt going? Steady, strong and steady, McRoss. Forward we trudge until one of these things is a slightly different color. Hey, thanks. Appreciate you. Appreciate that encouragement. Ugh. Or that motivation, the reassurance. We shall continue pushing forward. My guess is one pops up before 1800. I hope. Totodile still winning. Looks like the votes are really coming in on the YouTube side of things for the starter. They're still going Totodile, so we'll see. I think Totodile won the Twitch poll. But only like 2 people voted, so. There's 17 votes on YouTube right now. 56 viewers. Appreciate it. We have a solid number on Twitch as well, though. So thank you, guys. So that's the loose goal. At some point this week, hopefully, we're going to be playing through HeartGold with a shiny starter. Otherwise, we'll be looking for said shiny starter until we find it. How quickly I get to 53.99? True. That's right, Mick I gotta make it last until I get to your prediction. You're right. That'd be crazy, because we'd be at, like, technically for all 3 starters, we'd be at, like, 1,500 over, wait, 15,000, I mean, encounters. $16,000 actually. Boss 3 done. Let's go, IB. That's crazy. Just going ham on that game. I will say though, you know, I'm not gonna ask too much, but out of 56 viewers, we only have 4 likes on the stream. If you like what you're seeing, I'd appreciate a like on the stream on YouTube. I appreciate that. I think it helps push the stream out to more people. I'm not exactly sure how the whole thing works. It all seems like a rumor at this point, but I think we could get some more likes, right? We could get some more likes on the stream. Unless people really don't like what they're seeing, then you know, that's fair. I don't want anybody to do anything they don't want to do. they don't believe in, so you know. Unlurk, Turtle, welcome back. You missed 36 starters now. 36 shiny starters. Crazy. Familiar with a good bit of the bosses. Okay, I got you. That checks out at least. There we go. There's some likes rolling in. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Appreciate that. some more money? No. No, I didn't say that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I did not say that. No, 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 no. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Stop it. No, I don't think anybody else did. They heard no. That was probably really annoying. Sorry. Hey, Turtle, thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, gamer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's very kind of you. I want you to save your money. You will be grounded. Just like Mick Ross said, don't want to have to. Don't want to have to do that. But thank you so much. That was very kind of you. Let's get some hype. Where's the hype emotes? I'll do my part. Oh, hold on. My computer's mad. There we go. Yippee! Save it for the cool part? No. All of his allowance. Don't give all the allowance. That's crazy. Don't do that. Gamer. Dang it, gamer. Seriously, though, thank you for the gifted sub. That was very kind of you. I really appreciate it. A wild choodle appears. Wow. Stretch. Oh. Oh, okay. That was pretty clutch stretch. Ugh. Making hack that your parents don't want you to know about. That's pretty funny. I really do appreciate it, though. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you. You do not have to do that. But I appreciate it. Let's skip these ads. How about that? Yes, sir. Ugh. Might even go past 1800 tonight. I'm kind of just feeling it, you know? But like I said, though, my prediction is that the shiny starter is going to show up before 1800, so we won't even have to worry about it. It'll be fine. I'm the one bothering you guys, honestly.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook.
Let him cook.
I said let him cook.
We'll go until I stop. All right, bet. Bet. I know we didn't get to the thing yet, because that'll be multiple packs, but just for as some hype. I don't want to open that one. I want to save that one. Let's open up some Surging Sparks. How about that? Let's do that. Let's open up some Surging. For funsies. I work at 8, so I have to be up at 7:55. Classic. Alright, let's see. If I got the Pikachu, I would lose it. Slack off! I gotta save that for my son. Zelf. We got Goldengo. This one's actually kind of playable. We got Dusk Ball. We got Ho-Oh. Alright. Ho-Oh, HeartGold. It's luck. We're gonna get the starter, too. We've got Rufflet. We've got Passimian. And... ooh, we got Kilowattrel. Little Kilowattrel EX. Work at 9, so I gotta be up at 9. That is a vibe for real. That is a vibe. More like surging farts. True. Surging farts for real. Save the Kilowattrel for your other son? Alright, bet. Got 15 packs of battle partners coming? Let's go, IB. That's hype. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I heard those are being really quiet, and I'm not really sure why. Going golfing at 9, waking up at 10. For real. That's the way to do it, honestly. Really tempted on pre-ordering a Dustin Rivals ETB. It's gonna be a cool set. Back, how's the hunt? The hunt be hunting, for real. Didn't hear the fart. What the heck? I don't know what is ever wrong with these sound alerts. Like, sometimes they just work and sometimes they don't. That's so lame. Because I don't know how to fix it. That's the thing, because I don't know what's failing. The black on red, yeah. It is a cool color scheme. Fart in the mic is crazy. Hydrate! I do have water. Through a giant boba straw. Favorite set of all time? Probably Neo Genesis. The one that I opened up for day 100 is I think Neo Genesis is probably my favorite set. Just because I really, really like Gen 2. I think that's my rapid answer. If I thought about it more, it might be a set that's like a little bit more nostalgic for me. Fossil was really nostalgic for me. For out of the set, I need a first edition Lugia. Yeah. I need a first edition Lugia from Neo Genesis. I have the unlimited one, but I need a first edition. Delete, uninstall, and then reinstall. I can delete the entity on OBS and then recreate it. I won't do it live, but I'll try it. Fossil's incredibly nostalgic, yeah. Fossil and Jungle. Obviously, the base sets, but yeah. I opened up a lot of the base sets, probably mostly base set 2, if I'm being... I don't remember, but if I'm being honest with myself, but like... I did open up a lot of the base sets. Fossil and Jungle opened up a ton of those ones, for real. And then some of the, like, Rocket and Trainer sets. Nostalgia was the XY sets? Okay. The Fate sets are sick, Emery. Yeah, Paladin Fates is awesome. I love the shiny Pokemon sets. So to open... Yeah, I'm always happy opening up Fate sets. Absolutely love them. The Fossil Pack art went hard. And something about, like, that Fossil Zapdos. Ooh. The Fossil Zapdos is, like, peak nostalgia for me. Yeah, it might be an OBS thing that I need to just check out. If it can, I shifted something around, so if it continues to not work in this stream, then I'll make sure that I try to switch things around with OBS after stream. All right, starters, we have 6 more until my guess is bad. We'll see. I said they were going to show up before 1800, but we're at 1794 right now. I heard it there. Now I heard it, because I moved something around. That's the first time that I've heard it tonight, so I don't know if that was the case for you guys. I had a juicy fart in my ear. Keeping the Bird Trio promo, which was the glass art one. Yeah. Skyrocketed. Yeah. Hot take, Gen 9 has some of that. Honestly, I agree. Gen 9 has some incredible Pokemon design. Like, I love, like, just quick examples for me, like Ceruledge and Armarouge and Charcadet are, like, freaking sick. They're so sick. I love the whole Sprigatito line. I think the starters are great. Yeah, Gen 9 had some peak design for real. I agree with you. It just doesn't like me. No, I switched something around. It's like the priority stack of the sources that I have set up in OBS. And sound alerts, for some reason, got shifted down, so now I put sound alerts all the way up at the top. I think that's what happened. It's stupid, but I think that's why the fart redemption didn't make any noises. Everything in there, even the sleeves. Hidden Fates was such a cool set. I'll be in a retirement home. Remember how much fun Mouse held in Population Palm was? That's fair. Like, oh, that was back in the day. And yeah, like the mouse hold, tandem mouse Pokemon design. Like, man, Gen 9 really did have some good design. Miraidon, some of the future Pokemon. Good stuff. 2 more resets until I'm wrong. Hot take, Switch 2 update will create a Scarlet Violet moment? Probably. I could see it. Two more resets until I'm wrong. I still think they're going to show up before 1800. Gen 3 and 4 are your favorite because of the nostalgia? That's totally fair. Yeah, that's valid. Nostalgia is very powerful. A lot of people don't like to admit it, but nostalgia is extremely powerful. Ceruledge? Yeah, Ceruledge is my favorite Gen 9 Pokemon. For sure. 100%. And Abomasnow. That's totally valid. The Mousehead evolution was my favorite part. Just like, and all of a sudden they got kids. Yeah, for real. It's awesome. Story was excellent. Jhar, I agree. The story of Scarlet and Violet was phenomenal. Yeah, 100%. I agree. Yep, they just needed some graphical updates, which they didn't bother me that much. Like, I'm not gonna let graphics get in the way of a good storyline for me. You know, that I've always said that, and I'll continue to say that. Would I prefer better graphics? Of course, but like, I think I didn't. Also, I was playing on OLED right away, and I didn't have any performance issues. I didn't have any huge performance issues. I know people were glitching through walls and stuff. I wasn't. So I'll take that as a huge win. I know I'm lucky for that, but like, I think the story was phenomenal. The ending was incredible. Are you kidding me? The Pokemon designs were peak. The DLC wasn't bad, like you just said. I totally agree. Sun and Moon are your nostalgia. That's valid. Didn't love Sword and Shield story-wise. Sword and Shield was missing some pieces. Yeah. So I loved Sword and Shield overall, but it was missing some pieces. We also failed the shinies in 1800. That's okay, though. It's alright. Gameplay and story is all we had. Yeah, exactly. So we learned to love the story. For real. That's so valid, Thor. That's all we had to go off of, was just storyline. A few months of playing, I started getting motion sickness from playing it. I did hear a lot of people getting similar things, and that sucks. That sucks for sure. Like I said, I know I got lucky because I wasn't getting the huge graphical issues that a lot of people were, but no, there were like some, but it was like a funny little thing that happened, and then that was about it. Yeah, graphical improve. I would take them for sure, 100%. I would never say no to that. Which is why I'm excited to see what they do with the enhancement that they're going to be offering post Switch 2. The enhanced graphics or whatever they're doing. RTX Pokemon. Oh, Zeke with a fart. Ew. Stinky. Who's my favorite gym leader or Elite Four member? For some reason, as a kid, I always liked Surge. Because I liked Lieutenant Surge's Raichu a lot. But now, I think... Who is my favorite gym leader? That's a good question. I'd have to honestly think about that. Lance is probably my favorite Elite Four member. I don't know about my favorite gym member, though. I think the nostalgic answer wants me to say Lieutenant Surge. But, I don't know what my actual answer to that is. I'm not even gonna lie. But Lance was probably, and still probably is, my favorite Elite Four. Very, very closely followed by, well, I guess Cynthia doesn't count as Elite Four. She's a champion. Cynthia's my favorite champion then, I guess. And favorite Elite Four is probably Lance. Yeah. I need to double check these. You had way more graphical issues in Scarlet. In Scarlet than Violet? Interesting. That's very interesting. Plus, he's got a sweet cape. True. Larry? Yeah, Larry's the people's champion for real. The normal king for real. Larry the people's champ. Oh, J-Hard, that happened when you played as Docked? Okay, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like the Switch can handle things better when it's on handheld, obviously, because it's not porting the graphics over to another device, but like... Wolfert because he destroyed Ash. And has Abomasnow. That's fair. Yeah, that's valid. That is valid for real. Larry's yours, Dresden. Yep. I think I knew that one. Just has Dragonite hyper beaming people. Yeah, for real. He just doesn't care. He's like, nah, Dragonite, just do it. I don't even care, dude. Z, thank you for the $2 super chat, bro. Appreciate you, homie. How did I get the sweet mustache? Years of hard work and culmination, okay? I've tried very hard to get this pathetic little mustache. It's, yeah. It's lots of hard work, baby. Yours is, like, immensely better than mine. You got, like, an actual beard. But thank you. Thank you for your kind words. And your kind super chat. Wallace was always a favorite of yours? Okay. Alright. Yeah, for some reason I always liked Lieutenant Surge. I hated Lieutenant Surge's attitude in the anime especially. But Lieutenant Surge is Raichu, bro. The Raichu I think is what did it for me. It's not about the size, it's about how you use it. Exactly. True. Stash Groom Point Redeem? Nah, that's crazy. No. That's crazy. Oh. Surge at S tier answer. Surge is just pretty sick, you know? Love me some Surge. But yeah, Elite Four, definitely Lance. Champion, Cynthia. Who's everybody's favorite champion? Z, thank you again for another super chat, bro. What the heck? How did I get to be so gas? Well, you know, I don't know that I have an answer for that. Sometimes the gas just comes naturally, you know? Natural gas is what some might call it. Yeah, we did that. Natural gas. How is that crazy? That'd be more popular than Fart? Because it's crazy. Even if it was more popular than Fart, that's crazy. You kind of liked Surge in the anime too? That's fair. He was very honest. And I think there's a lot to be appreciated with Surge's honesty. Volkner, since he gives Hawkage vibes. Cynthia, okay. Fart. Drake. Did that fart go through for you guys? Did you hear that? Take good care of it? I take good care of it. It lives a good life. It lives the life that a mustache deserves to live, you know? Just realized that I look very greasy. Should probably just hood up. Should I just be this gamer? Not seen Naruto. I haven't seen all of it, no. I've seen some. You couldn't hear it? What the heck? That's so lame. So now the sound alerts are just being completely sporadic. That's so annoying. I'm gonna have to check for updates and stuff. Maybe just reconfigure the sound alerts, I guess. I don't know why I put my hood up, but now I don't feel like taking it down. Dude, Z, thank you for another super chat, bro. Let me answer that. How come you don't play more Unite, bro? Because I suck. Shelby, thank you for the gifted subs, gamer. What the heck? Thank you so much. Holy schmoly. You guys are too kind. What is going on? Thank you, thank you. You know what that means. We're going to open up some 151 and Shrouded Fable. We got to open up some Pokemon cards. Thank you so much, guys. What the heck? Appreciate that. Holy schmoly. Alright, we got Shrouded Fable first. Yeah, that Shelby. Dusclops, very playable. Dude, what the heck? Xerosix, Machination. We've got Slitherwing. Ooh, Monkey Dory EX. Yo. Zeke, thank you for another 5 gifted. What the heck? One of those went over to Shelby. That's so funny. Yo, thank you so much. What the heck? Thank you. All right, and then we get to open up more cards even. All right, give me 1 second. I got to pull out all the playables. Keep my stuff sorted. Also, can we talk for a second about how sick this Sneasel art is? This art goes so insanely hard. Like, are you kidding me right now? That Sneasel art is so freaking good. All right, 151, and then we get 2 more packs. Shelby, Zeke, thank you guys so much. What the heck? Y'all are too kind. All right, 151, Charizard time. Let's do it. Oddish, Mankey, Meowth, Execute, Onyx. We got the Thumpalanche. Let's go. Dragonair. We've got Seadra, Rhyhorn, Golbat, and Amistar. I could see the edge of it, and I really thought we got some big hits there. Oh. All right, let's grab a couple more. Journey Together, Paldean Fates. We're saving Paldean Fates for the second one. Let's journey together through this pack. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be awesome. We love opening cards. How can I become a real Pokebro? Zeke, thank you for another super chat, bro. What the heck? Dude. What the heck? Lord Helix. Squirtle God Pack. We got Sentret. Gen 2, baby. This is also such a cute art. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Can't keep getting away with this. We got Enzarua, which is pretty playable. Tropius. Verizon Wireless. Hop's Choice Band, pretty playable. Postwick. We've got Metapod. This art is also really cool. I really like this one. Nice, some nice geometry art in there. We've got Toadschool. Ooh, we got a Hop Zacian. Let's go. Yippee! That's pretty sick. Let's see, those two cards are playable. Enzarua. Pretty playable. Alright. Paldean Fates. I gotta make sure I keep those packs, because I have like a count, a tally of these counts, but I need to make sure that I am accounting for these ones that I'm opening right now, for Coffee and Cards' sake. Alright, we've got Paldean Wooper, we've got Execute, Mankey, Flittle, Iono, very playable, Kilowattrel, we've got Kirlia, Xatu, Scraggy, and... Oh, Paldean Student. Nice. Nice. Let's go. Dude, Zeke. Thank you for another super chat. Why is midnight? Because midnight is midnight at midnight when midnight's midnight. Not to be mistaken with Midnight the gamer that's in chat. But the midnight that is midnight at midnight. Toadschool just never not be bebopping around, for real. Seriously. For real. Okay, thank you guys. What the heck? Thank you for all the gaming. Jeez. Holy moly. We got a hype chest, even. Means we got a new hype emote. W Paldean Fates is so cool. It's we were just talking about that, too. Such a sick set. Oh my gosh. Paldean Fates is also special to me because it was one of the sets that Pokemon gifted to me to open up on my channel. Actually, no, Paldean Fates was the first set that I got from Pokemon to open up on my YouTube channel. Paldean Fates was the first one. Actually, so that meant a lot to me. Did someone say my name a few dozen times? No. Nope. Nothing about midnight being midnight and midnight with midnight. Yeah, I've had a couple sets from Pokemon now. Nothing in a little while. It's very sporadic on how they do that, but Paldean Fates was the first set that I was gifted from Pokemon. So it'll always have an extra special place in my heart. Play some Turbo Lugia Dragon Energy, bro. Dude. Thank you for all these super chats, bro. What the heck? I appreciate that. Yee Turtle, thank you for the gifted sub. What the heck is going on, y'all? Sheesh. You guys are too kind. Man. Thank you so much. Wow. Paldean Fates was the first set that you bought at release? Nice. Okay. Okay. Man, what a crazy night to stream. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for everything. I need to play something different here. Hold on. I want to play the, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of synthwave type stuff. Like, I can't think of what the word is, or what show I'm looking. Stranger Things kind of vibes. Is it this? I think it's this. Play your jam? Okay, I'll go back to it. Which one was it? Was it trendy? No, it wasn't trendy. What's the name of it again? I don't remember the name of that song. Was it Pixel Sunrise? No. Actually, was it Pixel Sunrise? Is this the one? That looked shiny to me for a second, for some reason. I don't know why. I even got the little heart drop and everything. That one looked a little shiny. Zeke's cast. Have you thought about getting a new hat? Dude. Thank you so much for another super chat. Bro. Thank you, Zeke's cast. Gamers. Too much money on some Paladin Fates. Had so much fun just ripping packs. Emery, that's so sick. That's what it's all about. It's all about just opening the packs, just ripping them, having a good time. I love that. Absolutely love that. At this rate, I guess we're just going for 1850 tonight. Guess we're just going for 1850. Turtle, was this the song? I think it was. Did I say 1900? Perchance, perhaps, perchance. But to answer your question, have I thought about getting a new hat? I would like an embroidered Zeke's hat. I need to get me an embroidered Zeke's one for sure. Z, thank you for the membership over on YouTube. What the heck, dude? Thank you. This is the one? Okay. Zeke. What the heck, bro? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, gamer. Okay, there we go. Need those emotes on YouTube. I was actually wrong. We need like a few more. Yay! Somebody's using the emotes. Using the emotes on YouTube. Let's go. The expensive and Zeke is cheap. Dude, no you're not. Thank you for the super chat, bro. What the heck? You're talking about hats? What if I found a way to get one made, would you be cool with that? I'll obviously run it by you first, obviously, but speaking of music, who's your favorite musical artist? I think I have to say, and your dad'll know who this is, my favorite overall artist is actually a metal artist, August Burns Red. Their music has gotten me through like a lot of stuff, some interesting parts of life. So I think I have to say overall my favorite band is August Burns Red. My current favorite band, for just like current stuff, is Sleep Token. Jams are so Stranger Things coded. Exactly. It's such a vibe. Back from the lurk. Appreciate you, IB. Mac Miller, though, that's a great choice. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Dang it. The other starters were probably shiny. I clicked A too many times. Ah. They asked for like 20 to be made. That sucks. Favorite band is The Wiggles. True. It was that instance there where Totodile was probably shiny. That makes me so angry that I just did that. Ugh. I hate that I just did that, dude. That's so frustrating. That's like the second or third time that I've done that on this one. Ugh. You get into a pattern of just pressing A a few too many times and then you actually choose the starter. Oh, that's so annoying, man. Dang it. Because now I don't know, dude. Now you don't know if, like, the other starter could have been shiny. The Wiggles goes hard. My little cousin listens to them. Boogie down to them. Hey, you know, they do have some jams. Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. But they're cool if they're anything like your dad's music taste. Yeah, he used to listen to them quite a bit. Yeah. I don't know, he might not anymore, but he used to listen to August Burns Red quite a bit. Missed something important or something, luckily. Still able to watch. It makes you feel better. They can't be shiny if you can't see them. True, Jhar, that is true. Something metal bands say in their songs. Bleh. That's pretty funny. Oh, jeez. I'm not gonna lie. Thor, you saying that you've done that so many times makes me feel so much better, because that really frustrates the heck out of me that I just did that. I'm so mad. So mad. You don't know what to expect from him. He's got a pretty vast music taste, yeah. I can appreciate that though. Then you did it and she was like, okay. Schrodinger shiny, yeah. It both was and wasn't shiny. We had Schrodinger shiny on our hands because I chose the starter like an idiot. Oh, gosh. I can't believe I just did that. Again. That's like the third time I've done that on this particular hunt. Kevin, what's up, gamer? How we doing? Good to see ya. Happy Easter. Happy Sunday. Whichever you do or don't celebrate, I hope you have had a good day so far. He's a rap hater. I do like me some rap. Like, I can get down to some Kendrick Lamar for real. Not just Kendrick Lamar, but I do appreciate rap. Hip-hop, R&B. Easiest to do, but also the easiest to mess up. Seriously. So real. Took a drink at the same time. Let's go. Forgot it was Easter until I said it. Some family stuff going on. That's totally valid. That's why I say, you know, like, happy Easter to those who celebrate, and to those who don't, I hope you had a good Sunday. Yeah. Eminem goes hard. Yeah, Eminem's a legend for sure. Eminem do be a legend. Ludacris and other music. Hey, no worries, Kevin. That's okay. Don't worry. You never, ever need to be sorry for not joining stream. You are totally fine. You are totally, totally fine. I just appreciate you being here. Sander, hello. What's up, gamer? Did we go egg hunting? We had my wife hid, or the Easter bunny, hid some eggs around the house. So we did some for our son. But I did not. Stone Temple Pilots? Nice! That's a good choice. Happy Easter, Kevin. Yeah, happy Easter. Literally have none. Very specific songs. Slap on your playlist. Don't even know who sings them. Hey, that's fair. My only thing about music is that I'm not an enjoyer of country. Just not a big country fan. That's like my only stipulation. Dress up as Energizer Bunny? Not quite. Not quite, unfortunately. Would have been cool. Would have been cool for sure. Depends on the country for you. Agree, country stinks. All right, Emery, take it easy, gamer. Appreciate you hanging out. We will catch you later. Hope you have a good one. It all sounds the same. Yeah. Yeah. Just not a fan. Never have been a fan of country. When I worked in manufacturing for like 6 years, that's like all they would listen to is country, and I'm like, nah, dude. I can't do it. I can't do it. Everyone pushes country on me. Like, leave me alone. Don't like Metallica because all their songs sound the same. That's valid. There's a couple that don't. Grew up on it. I grew up around country a lot, but yeah, I'm not big in country. Later, gamer. You know, respect to anybody that is a country fan. It's just not for me. Not for me. That doesn't go to say that obviously I like, there's some like acoustic songs and stuff that I like, but country as a genre is just not, and obviously acoustic songs are not the same thing as country, but I feel like sometimes that needs to be said. You never know. 80s rock and stuff? Heck yeah, dude. That's that good to grow up on. My parents listened to... Well, my parents were only together until I was 8. if I'm being honest, if they weren't fighting, they were listening to oldies. It was usually oldies or something. But we won't get into that. Kino, what's up? How we doing, gamer? Good to see ya. Hope you've had a good day. I grew up in a country. I'm a fan of that. I don't care for the music, though. Yeah. That's fair. Happy Easter. Had a great day. That's awesome. I love to hear that. Absolutely love to hear that. Why'd you make them fight so much? Yeah, it was my fault. It was my fault for real. Big Dean Martin fan? Nice, nice. Okay. Okay. Hey, thanks for the follow, gamer. Have I accidentally soft reset on a shiny? No. I have accidentally chosen the starter, though, so you never know if the other ones could have been shiny. I've accidentally, like, fully chosen the starter, I think 3 times. But I have not soft resetted. Divorces are usually the kid's fault. Yeah, 100%. That's what we're told. Yep. True. Very true. No comment. Valid. Yeah, that's fair. Very fair. Dude, I have like an average of like 60 viewers on YouTube. What the heck? That's so crazy. What the heck? Kid Cudi, Lupe Fiasco? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Those two are great. Yo, thank you for everybody's kindness tonight. I really, really appreciate it. Seriously. It's been awesome. Every day, you guys are making this streaming thing more and more incredible. Came for the shiny hunt, stayed for the stash. That's right.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Horizontal YouTube is what the people want, apparently. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Kindness, you said? Happy Easter to those who celebrate and an annoyed WrestleMania to everybody else. About to play Resident Evil 7. Nice. Put ads on YouTube streams? You can skip them, though. You can skip. I think. Well, for the most part. It at least does it for a little bit. I actually know nothing about WrestleMania. That was just a YouTube comment from one of my mods. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna be very honest about that. A modded 3DS? No. Well, kind of. It's got a capture card on it, but it's just a regular 3DS. I'm playing my actual like HeartGold cartridge. It's just got a capture card on it. So I guess technically it's modded, yes. Yep. I usually assume when people say modded, they mean like modded that it's got like the games on it. No, I'm playing off my actual cartridge, but yes. To have the capture card. Yep. Lonely Gamer, what's up? How we doing? Mad about my hockey game. Hate all ads. That's fair. I mean, I get it, but some of us make some money on the ads, so I'm not going to complain about them. Now, it's not a lot of money, I'll tell you that, but the ads are there for a reason. They suck, I know. I just don't care. if you want my honesty. Got to have my first beer with my parents today. Kevin, that's awesome. Let's go. Not something I should be very proud of, but I mean, it's like a milestone thing. It's not saying that, like, I totally get what you're saying. It's not saying, like, oh, I can drink. But I don't know. There's something about maybe just having your first drink with your parents. That's something to be proud of. Can I get some FU Cenas in chat? Beat the 4th boss in Cuphead. Let's go. Oops, don't do it again. Don't do it again. God, I almost chose the starter again. Yeah, hockey's in playoffs, yep. Hockey is in playoffs. Speaking of ads, there's some Twitch ads. Sorry about that. I didn't even see those coming. Having a first drink with the folks is a core memory. I unfortunately did not get to have that core memory. Well, no, that's not true. My mom was around when I had my first legal drink. So that's not true. I was about to say that I don't have a lot of like crazy memories with my parents, but that is one that I do have, yes. Oh, that was 1850 already? It's 1145? Oh, maybe let's go to 1875. I'm not going to go all the way to 1900. No, stop doing that. I press A way too much. Lost both years before you graduated high school. I'm so sorry, Midnight. $18.53 is the one? Okay. Alright, bet. I'm rolling for literally any starter that wants to be shiny. Any of the three is what I will take. Making people uncomfortable, so yeah, no, I get, yeah, I know. I don't get to play them, but all right, here's 1853. Oof. Oof. Ripperoni and cheese. Getting his finger sliced off in Resident Evil? That's crazy. That would suck. That would be really unfortunate. It's been such a good stream tonight. Thank you guys so much. Totally said 1854. Oh, true. Okay. Unfortunately, that still didn't count. They almost look the same color. I know, right? Yeah, it's crazy. Almost look the same color. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Dead Parents. Oh my god, no. None of my parents laughed, or none of my friends laughed, but you, dude, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Holy smokes. It said 1855. Oh. You gotta go like a couple out. Yeah, sorry. I think your account got hacked again, though. It's fine. It's okay. I get it. I get it. I totally get it. Getting his finger sliced out. You're both supposed to be? Oh, I gotcha. Also, Totodile's still winning on the YouTube. Which starter will be shiny? Weird account hacks do be on the rise, yeah, for real. That's kind of what I heard too. You can see Wally's foot. That's Wally's foot right there, just chilling. He's just laying on his back, belly up. He's got his legs out, just living his best life. User and pass, SSN on the internet probably wasn't very... Yeah. You know, you live and you learn, though. You live and learn about that kind of stuff, for real. Not like this. It's alright, we have 16 more resets to go before I finally call it a night, because I didn't realize that it's pushing midnight. And it's unfortunately Sunday. We're gonna have another stream like this tomorrow, though, right? This has been awesome. What a crazy, awesome, random Sunday stream. Bad weather. We got a quick thunderstorm. It was nothing much more than that. Like, our sirens went off. But it was just a quick thunderstorm. How about you? Is it past your bedtime? Not yet. Get shocked depending on who wins. That's shocking, Kevin. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Tornado watch. Yeah, we had a tornado watch too. And then it's just like that front came through. It rained really hard for like 10 minutes. Thundered a little bit. And then that was that. Nothing too crazy. Little tornado watch action. But I'm glad nothing came out of it. We journeyed together into that joke. Yeah. Can't keep getting away with this. Are you kidding me? What the heck? That's crazy. So you both get shocked? Oh, man. Hopefully that's not the end, right? Not getting shocked into another universe. The blue looks off to you. It looks off on this screen because it's like blown up. I don't know what it is, but I can see what you're saying, Midnight. That's why I have to look at the 3DS. It's something about the blown up view of it, you know? Or the saturation of the capture carded screen, because everything on the 3DS itself is like a little bit paler. So every time the colors look a little bit different looking up at my screen, I have to double check on the 3DS because I can't tell what's what. You're winning now? Let's go, Kevin. You're gonna think it's normal. Hopefully, though, it's like a nice minty color. It should be quite obvious. Should be. That's the idea anyway. All right, got about 7 more resets until we call it for the night. We'll be back. Like I said, this week is going to be mostly HeartGold. So Monday, Tuesday, for sure, HeartGold. Wednesday, I think we're going to do What the Heck Am I Going to Play for Milwaukee Wednesday, where I just play some TCG. Then Thursday and Friday, I think we're going to be back to HeartGold. They don't sparkle on the screen, no. They're just their different color. As far as I remember, they don't sparkle. What the heck am I going to play at Milwaukee Wednesday? Yep. Seems good. Gabe King, what's up, gamer? Hello, hello. Gonna be going to 1875 resets tonight. What ideas do I have planned for Milwaukee? There's obviously Dragapult, Raging Bolt, Goldengo. If I really want to just vibe out, I might just whip together like an all-gas Saraledge or something. I have no idea, man. I don't know what I want to play. I don't know. Festival lead. I don't know. It's gonna be shiny before. Okay. Probably should play some Pokemon at Milwaukee. That's maybe I might do that. Yeah. The same 60 with Zoroark? Let me know let me know what you're looking at Zoroark wise. I could maybe see it. I could maybe see it. Predict that I will get the shiny on reset 2731. Okay. That's a fair prediction. Zoro Toolbox. Okay. Okay. I was going to also take a look at the results from this other regional that happened. Or other event that happened. Alright, one more reset. One more reset, and then we're going to be we're going to be taking off for the night, but this has been a crazy good stream. I appreciate you guys so much. Alright, let's see. Chikorita, not shiny. Totodile, unfortunately not shiny. Cyndaquil? Very normal. Ripperoni and cheese. We got to 1875. I'm going to get to 1900 before bed. But before we do that, I'm going to call it a night, guys. Let's see. YouTube gamers. Thank you so much for hanging. We had like an average of like 60 viewers this whole night. Like, that was crazy. I'm going to be streaming horizontally on YouTube more often, because these stats are actually insane. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. We're going to end the stream on YouTube, and I'm going to raid over on Twitch. So YouTube gamers, thank you so much for hanging out, and we will hopefully see you in tomorrow's stream. Peace.